Hello everyone, and welcome back to Chasing Neat. I'm Michael, and this is my new co-host, Mitchell.
Hi everybody.
So, for some of you who have followed our channel for a while, you'll know that this is my nephew, and we've taken him on some of our bourbon excursion journeys. And so tonight, since he's up for the Notre Dame football game for tomorrow, we decided to do a tasting here. So Dawn and Mitchell's mom, my sister, is off in the peanut gallery over to the side. So I told Mitchell the only rules he had was to pick out whatever he wanted. So he picked out this selection, and we're just going to kind of freeform and go through them. I know that this is probably one of his favorite ones. So
Yep.
when we get to that one, he will probably like it. The other ones I'm sure he'll like as well. But no pressure. You like what you like. So Mitchell, so just for our viewers' sake,
Sure.
just kind of tell them how you got into bourbon and your little bourbon journey thus far.
Okay. So the bourbon journey is pretty straightforward. I have two relatives, Mike and Dawn, who spoil me and take me on fun adventures down to Kentucky, and also bring me great gifts for Christmas and for my birthday. And also when I come up for football games, they let me tailgate with them and drink a whole bunch of their bourbon there as well. So I've gotten spoiled pretty much right off the bat. It's like, it's not wading in. It's like, here's the deep end, go swim. And that's pretty much how it's worked. You guys have definitely spoiled me for good bourbon.
It's our pleasure.
We try.
It's a rough life, but somebody's got to do it. I understand.
So we've got, you actually had us come down to do a bourbon tasting for you and some of your friends down in Carmel, Indiana. And I think we've got another one coming up at some point.
Tentatively on the books sometime in December, but we really should probably reach out to them to remind them that it's a thing. But
Part of the book is in your face.
Oh, you can't see me?
Yeah, not move it to the end.
All right, we'll move it to the end.
sure.
Move that one to the end. Put the little bottles in front. Is that better? All right, good. So anyway, I don't know what the proofs are on all of these. I know this one's 118 because it's written on the back. I know this one's low proof. I think this one's 80.
Say this is
Low to high?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sweet.
So it's low to high that way.
Belfour's 92.
Oh, okay. And I probably mixed those.
No,
so.
you're good. You're good.
All right.
Awesome.
So start with whichever one you want.
All right, sure. Left to right. Let's go down the line. So, for the record, everybody, I was told to just pick whatever I wanted, and this was done purely on vibes and who had the coolest bottle.
Yep.
And that was it.
I actually gave him the keys to the don't even ask cases.
And I didn't pull anything from that.
No, you more than could have, but
I could have, yes.
Yeah.
Doo-doo. There we go. There's mine. There's yours, sir.
oh, I was going, where's my glass? So we are drinking. Oh, you got the bottle.
I got the...
We are drinking. So everything. Well, it's Frank August.
Yep.
And then all the information's up there.
Frank
Since
August.
You've got better eyes.
Yeah. Single barrel Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Age 6.8 years. Barrel number 24. Bottle number 167 out of 185. And we've got 61.1% ABV. 122.2 proof. And 750 milliliters.
It's going to be warm.
It's going to be warm.
And it's a heavy topper.
I was going to say, that's actually got some actual pretty good heft to it. So, nice.
So I think we have another bottle down here, a second release or an additional release of it.
Okay.
So as we normally do, and you know this, we kind of look it for color, swirl it around, check the legs dripping down, and all good stuff, thick coating the glass. And then we go in for the nose and try to pick out notes. If you can, great. If not, it's just the journey of seeing what you can smell. Because Dawn and I are still at that point where we can smell things. We can't identify them. We can't necessarily pick each note out. We can pick some notes out. We can pick some characteristics. The tasting wheel vibes. But the more you do it, the more acclimated you get to what those notes are across different varieties. And then at some point you say, oh, that's nutmeg. Or, oh, that's a baking spice. That's, cardamom type of thing. So you pick it. And
I was going to say.
You can or it doesn't matter if you are, or just attempt. It only matters that you try.
Yeah, there's nothing that jumps out at me right away. I will say I do really like the smell.
Yeah. Cheers. And I'll let Mitchell go first on what he's tasting.
That's actually pretty smooth. I was not expecting it to be that smooth. A little bit warm on the front, nice finish on the back end of it. It's almost got like to me, it's got a almost like a leathery taste to it.
Yeah.
But I like it. That's actually really good.
Yeah, it doesn't have it, even though it's hot. You can there's proof there, and you can sense it. It doesn't hit you hard. That ethanol. You don't get that ethanol first note. You get flavor, and then the ethanol, the alcohol carries all the other notes through the tasting and the finish. And that finish is long. I mean, it's still it's still lingering there.
It does. And to your point about the heat, there's definitely warmth to it, but it's not like a kick in the gut or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's actually quite pleasant as far as...
It's not like the hazmat that we have, the 143.
Yes, not like that.
Or the
God.
160. What do we have? What's the holiday?
163.
163.
That's actually, yeah. Dark Holiday or Wyatt Earp. One of those.
Doc Holliday. 8-year and...
I don't think that's the one.
I think it's... Huh?
I don't think that's the one. I think it's the Wyatt Earp, isn't it? You might be right. I don't know.
It would be fitting
I would-
if Doc Holliday was high.
Yeah.
61 ABV.
Okay, so times 2. 120.
So that's 120. So that's not the
Yeah.
hot one. Anyway, it's over here somewhere.
In and amongst the hundreds of bottles.
Yes. Anyway. So the Frank August... did Tom get us that bottle, or did we actually...
No, we got it.
We got it.
Yep. Tom the Enabler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are those alpacas? Alpacas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job.
Somewhere we brought all the flowers in for the cold, and we've got these tiny gnats flying around again. Last time we had a little tiny spider came down. Now we got these little tiny gnats, but...
Oh my gosh.
So Tom, the alpaca farmer,
Okay.
someday we have to go down and watch him shear the little creatures.
Yeah.
The alpacas.
Mm-hmm.
The creatures. You guys want an infinity glass? So you don't have to pick it off?
We can.
Yeah.
So, just a question here, because you guys always seem to have stuff that I have, one, never heard of, or two, never seen. Do these guys sell in Indiana? Do they, or is this something you've got to go get somewhere else?
I'm not sure about Frank August in Indiana.
Yeah.
But we see it in Kentucky pretty readily.
Okay.
It is a blend,
Okay.
and we're not 100% certain who all blends this, but two people we know who are part of this, Nancy
If you
Fraley,
need of infinity.
Perfect.
and she was the one who first did the cigar batches.
Okay.
So she's kind of touted as having part of that. And another gal named Jane Bowie, who is she formerly worked for Maker's Mark, and I should just come over here, huh?
Yeah. Come join us.
I think I'm gonna get that hollow
I had
voice.
three.
Yeah.
This is why I had three
That's
chairs.
okay. This is
This is
better.
why it was set up.
This is better. Okay, but so Jane Bowie, who worked for Maker's Mark, she was part of the. She was credited with the the wood finish series for Maker's Mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
All those over there.
yeah, over there. So she's part of. We think she has something to do with this Frank August, but she and a former master distiller of Maker's Mark are actually now venturing out onto their own distillery called Potter Jane. That's actually up and running now. So
Interesting.
So that's part of that. But again, that Frank August is an awesome, cool bottle. I think that's probably what drawn you to it.
Well,
Maybe.
what drew me to it was, one, it's a cool looking bottle. One, now that I know that the top is heavy as it is, that's
Yeah.
also a really cool feature. But I think what I liked about it was it is as plain as possible. It has Frank August, and you have to look at it very carefully to be able to read it. It's understated, which is something I really like. Well, I say that. I either like really understated or like really strange and very much in your face, like this one over here, which is why it ended up on this list. But yeah, it was just something that looked interesting, and like most of the stuff, you're just like, ooh, I've never heard of this. Sure, why not?
Kid in the candy store. All right, continue.
Yes, very much accurate.
All right. So what proof was that?
Proof on this one says 122.
Oh, I thought we were going low to high. This one's 92.
That's right.
So we could go to the low proof and start working our way back, but it's up to you.
We're gonna go down. We're gonna try the Belfour.
Sure.
So this is, you can pour yourself.
Sure.
But,
Thank you.
So we're near Chicago. So we're like an hour and a half from Chicago.
There you go.
And so we're in Blackhawk country, and by Blackhawk I mean the Chicago Blackhawk ice hockey team. Well, they had a goalie named Eddie Balfour, and that's who this brand is named after. So it's Eddie the Eagle Balfour, and his daughter and son started a distillery, and this is his first offering. And I believe this is sourced because they weren't, even though they have an actual distillery, they haven't started, or at the time we bought this, it wasn't their own juice. I think they have since actually distilled and have barreled and now are aging. But this is finished in Texas pecan wood.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
like the others that are finished in Amburana or French oak, this is finished in Texas pecan wood. So it's got a very unique flavor. I don't know any other brand that finishes in pecan or pecan, depending on how you pronounce it. But
Okay.
so what are you getting on the nose? It's definitely different than the
Very
than the
much so.
August.
Like you actually, you can smell the alcohol on this pretty quick, as opposed to that one, which honestly, that was way smoother than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But this one, I'm actually not sure. There's a woody note to it. I don't know if I'm actually picking up the pecan like you said, but there is something to it.
Yeah, we should have grabbed some pecans, but who knows? Who would know if pecans smell like pecan wood?
Yeah.
You know, I don't think apple wood smells like an apple per se.
No.
That I agree with absolutely.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. Huh. Okay.
Different.
Very different. Just like, weirdly, I'm getting apple.
What? That's because of power of suggestion. I threw apple out there, but again, and that's the thing about woods is woods contain so many different flavors because they share characteristics with other plants.
Yeah.
That's why oak imparts so many different flavors because it does have so many things in it that are in the other plant varieties.
Okay.
So who knew an oak tree shared things with an orange tree?
Nope. Not me.
So you get, we pick up that citrus note, and it's because there's actually a connection between an oak tree and a citrus tree.
Okay.
Who knew?
You.
Yeah.
Not me. Yeah.
And it's also funny that most trees share more characteristics with grasses than other trees.
Didn't know that either.
That's probably why.
Apparently, a tree is just a giant grass.
True.
But it's interesting. Now again, I actually don't know where their distillery is. I thought it was still somewhere in Chicago area.
I think these guys were down in Texas. Because when we were down there, we saw two other versions of Balfour, and I thought one of the Texas liquor stores told us that he and his daughter were there for bottle signing and stuff. I could be wrong,
Maybe.
but
So this one happens to be bottled in Bardstown.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say where, but it says bottled in or where it was distilled.
Yeah.
Unlike most labels, but anyway. So I'll be interested to see what else comes out of them. His daughter's doing all of the marketing. I think all three of them came up with the bottle design, although I think it was more Eddie doing the main emphasis of what the bottle he wanted to look like. So, but I think it's his son and him who are doing more of the distilling work.
Okay. I mean, I'll be honest with you. The reason I pulled this was because it's got a really cool like Art Deco style. Like you feel like this would be something you'd see like in the Roaring '20s on a speakeasy somewhere.
Yeah.
I really like the design. In my experience, if you've got a really, really cool looking bottle, what's inside it usually isn't that great. This was actually pretty dang good.
Yeah.
I would drink this again happily.
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
And I'm going to use this only because I can. And we have that new fancy infinity bottle I have to fill eventually.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to grab that Larrikin. I'm just going to jump back and forth just out of no particular order.
Sure. And again, I will say the reason this one was picked, the bottle itself is pretty simple. It has a boxing kangaroo on it. That is the only reason this thing got picked up. It's just a fun looking logo. So, love that sound so much.
So the story behind Larrikin, and it used to be Lawrenceburg Distilling Company in Lawrenceburg. But every time someone thinks of something made in Lawrenceburg, they think of MGP. So they didn't want to necessarily be connected with that, so they changed them to Larrikin. Now, Larrikin is a term from Australia that kind of means kind of like a wanderer, a hobo, odd bumpkin name.
Okay.
Or if I could just read it. Actually, you read it because it's tiny letters and I can't.
Larrikin, it's a noun, Australian slang, a person who disregards convention, a maverick. Larrikinism was a reaction to rules imposed by British officials on the young country of Australia. Our whiskey reflects this bold spirit of good-natured irreverence and relies on character, not ceremony. Very nice. See, everybody, you learned something new today.
Yeah. Now, the owner is a gentleman from Australia, but he served in the military, and I can't remember if he served in our military or if he just served in conjunction with our military.
I think both in Australia and in the
Yeah.
US.
Okay.
And then he wanted to retire here, and he and his wife picked this place. The funny thing is, this is, even though it's Lawrenceburg, or named Lawrenceburg, they're just down the road from Wild Turkey.
Really?
Yeah. So if you go to Wild Turkey, you actually, well, on one of the roads, you pass them.
Interesting.
And it's a little place you really wouldn't think anything of it. They don't do any distilling, though. They just do blending.
Okay.
So it's just a little rick house, bar, and gift shop all under one roof.
Okay.
And humidor.
Oh.
And they've got
okay.
again, their mascot is a giant kangaroo. Yep.
Ready to box.
Yeah. So what do you think?
So my first instinct on this one is that there's just this little hint of sweetness that I get right off the nose. Like, it just kind of undercuts everything, which I'm not sure. I'm going to say licorice. I don't know if that's right or anything, but it kind of is.
There's no wrong answer.
It's making me kind of lean that direction with it, which is just like this little hint of sweetness. Nothing like super crazy.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a licorice there. Kind of the aftertaste of licorice. Not what I'm getting is I'm not getting the full blown anise.
Yeah.
I'm getting that end of the licorice is what I'm tasting.
And when it comes, it's really short. It doesn't linger all that often. You get just a
Yeah.
hint of it.
It's not a long
and then
finish.
It's gone.
Yeah.
It is warm though, especially on the very back end of it.
Yeah. No, it brings some heat. What was the proof? 92?
Proof on this.
This was
is,
92.
117.
117. So it does have some proof. So it's got some numbers to back it up.
Yeah, 75% corn, 21% rye, 4% barley. So that is right there is why it's got a little bit of that heat.
Yeah.
But again, I like it. So far, I'm 3 for 3 on liking these. I'm very pleased about this. Just picking them at kind of random at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the vibes work. The strategy works sometimes.
During the COVID years, that's what we would do. Just pick bottles on a Friday night. Just some friends come over.
Yeah, but you guys are now done though with all of the blind tastings, right? You guys have finished those.
Oh, we got some new ones for you.
Oh, you do have some new
In
ones.
fact, we haven't told you, but you're going to be part of that party. That filling party.
I'm very happy that I'm being dragged into this. Dragged.
So on the way down to the speakeasy here, I handed Mitchell 2 boxes. He didn't ask me what they were. I just told him to bring these down. What?
You, Alex. Sorry.
Oh. Oh yeah, we should have taken those.
Yeah, well,
So
we don't have that many.
So I handed him 2 boxes of Z-Biotics, not thinking we should actually take Z-Biotics on this trip, but anyway,
Whoops.
or outing. But those are all empty.
So they're going to be filled with something.
They're going to be filled with whatever, and then you're going to take them back,
Okay.
and then we're going to do a telecast recording.
okay.
So we're going to do a kind of like a Zoom thing, and we're going to do a tasting with you, a remote telecast.
Okay. I can get behind this. Let's.
So you get to fill those, is what I was getting at.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I get to take bourbon home. This is a win-win for all parties involved. I'm very happy about this.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
So we are drinking Michter's now. So this is their single barrel US 1 straight rye whiskey. So unlike the bourbon whiskey, which is 51% or more corn, this is 51% or more rye. And I believe, I'm trying to remember what the mash bill on this is.
I don't think they disclose it.
Yeah. Because I don't believe this one is 100% rye.
Okay.
But if you know, put in the comments.
Perfect.
Or Google it.
So the reason
Google it.
the reason I picked this one was when we went down last March, I think it was, for the whole shebang. We went to Michter's. Now, we didn't do a tour of it. We didn't do anything like that. We just went up to their bar at the top for a drink.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, man, this is really cool. I don't think I've ever had this. So, no time like the present to actually work on that one.
Yep.
Yeah, we've never had an official tour.
Nope.
We did one time where we couldn't go on the tour, but one of the people that worked there said, who wasn't an official tour guide, but I think she was trying to work on being a tour guide. So I think she just wanted to practice on us, which was fine because, they were about to close. There wasn't a whole lot of time. So she brought us into the distillery part. We didn't take a walk around everything, but, it was enough. She told us about the name of the still, where it came from, and some of, the basics. And she did, for what she did and how much time, she did a good job with it. So.
Nice. Very cool.
And tell about the connection to the master distillery to our hometown.
Oh, yeah. So, Dawn, my wife, who normally sits here, is a corporate controller. And she just recently hired an apprentice. And so that apprentice came in, and he's actually related to our nephew-in-law, or now is related to our nephew-in-law because he married his sister. So it's connected. And he came in and said, "So I hear you're a fan of bourbon, or you like bourbon." And he said, "My godfather is the master distiller for Michter's." And Don says, "I know exactly what you're going to get from him on your wedding, as your wedding gift," because he was planning a wedding. So I wonder if he actually did get anything from him on that.
I don't know if he did.
But that's our connection. So now we actually can drop a name when we go to Michter's.
He went to Penn High School.
Oh, and he went to the high school that I went to, and he played hockey for the team, same high school team that I played for and I coached for, although I did not coach him. But I did take his picture.
You're talking about Aiden. I'm talking about the master distiller, Dan McKee, went to Penn.
Oh, well, yes. We found out that the master distiller also went to the high school that I went to. So now we have more things in common. So now we can go to him and say, "Hey, you owe us. Where's that 10-year? Actually, you owe us double. We're keeping your godson employed. Where's that 20-year?"
Back to the whiskey.
Okay, back to whiskey.
Back to whiskey.
Before someone derailed us, Peanut Gallery.
You can tell you've been drinking already.
We haven't drunk that much. That's the scary part.
And we ate before.
We did. Yeah, very well before.
So this one comes over much lighter than the other ones that we've tried, both on a proof and on a taste profile. This one, the mouthfeel in this one's kind of more light. Now, unlike most ryes to me, I don't get that grassy note, I don't get that peppery note, and I don't get that licorice note. It's just there. I mean, it's there's not a whole lot of flavors going on. There is some flavors there for me, but I wouldn't necessarily. If you mix this in anything, I think it would get totally lost. But I'm going to kill these little damn gnats. Someone with her flowers, bringing them in from the cold.
Oh, this is fantastic. This is very fun to be on this side of it. Yeah, I'm with you. It's very light, which for a rye shocks me. But like I get just like a hint of like almost like floral, like very light floral on the front end of it. And as I'm drinking it,
just 84. This is 84 proof.
That explains it.
Yeah. So again, there's not a lot of impact. The alcohol really doesn't carry any notes to the mid palate and to the finish.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a very short finish. You swallow it and it's kind of gone.
It pretty much is. Yeah. It's
good intro to a rye.
Yeah, great intro to a rye because it's not overpowering like some of the ryes we have that are very one flavor note dominated. Kind of like this pursuit that this one and that one picked
and I just
as a rye.
I'm pretty sure this is the actual one we picked. If I'm looking at the date correctly, I think that is the actual one you and I picked on.
Yep.
Yeah, 3/2/24 Christmas fun.
Yep, that is exactly the one.
Crazy.
And I'll be honest with you, I am not a big fan of rye. I don't like that kind of spicier notes to it. I prefer like a smoother, sweeter finish. But if you'd have told me, if you'd have given me this completely blind and hadn't told me it was a rye, would never have guessed. Like, that is, if I was going to introduce somebody in a tasting, that would be a perfect one to start with. Just like, what do you think of this? And then work your way up to, like you said, some of the crazier one-note stuff. But yeah, that's actually really good. I'm very happy I picked mixtures up.
Yeah.
We're 4 for 4 so far. I'm enjoying this. Hey, I was not expecting to like every one so far, but hey.
Well, we aim to please. Hand me some more water.
Here you go, sir.
Don's over there drinking Gem from 2XO.
Yep.
Actually, I'll just keep this over here.
Yeah, might as well.
If you need any, it's over here.
Yeah, works.
All right. You want to go for that?
I was going to say we're doing the Pursuit next. Let's be very clear.
So this Pursuit, I've never heard of them before. I don't know. I don't know where they come from. Or I don't know if they have a new bottle design.
There you go.
And who's this Kenny and Ryan I hear about?
No idea. Absolutely no idea. This has become... This one in particular, because I actually did pick out this exact same bottle that Dawn did when we went down there for the whole shebang. But this has become one of my go-to drinks in general. So anytime anybody asks me, like, what is your favorite bourbon? I will say it is the Pursuit Spirits. It is their double oaked, because that is, to this day, still my favorite one that we've ever had. And I always get the same look of, I have never heard of this thing. What is it? Because finding it in Indiana is basically impossible. You have to go to Kentucky to get it. But every single person I have introduced this to, be it myself, my father, my friends, when you guys came down and did the tasting with them, every one of them went, dang, that is really good. It's like, you're welcome. You're very welcome, everybody.
Yeah, we have not had anything from Pursuit that we have not liked a lot. Mm-hmm. And again, Dawn and I got to know them because we like to listen to podcasts.
Yep.
We do a lot of driving and do a lot of other things that we listen to podcasts. And in the beginning, there wasn't a lot of podcasts based on bourbon. They have one of the oldest podcasts called Bourbon Pursuit. No. Yeah. It's hard to get all their names right between the company name, brand name, and
They have a few.
So anyway, so we got to know them listening to their podcast, and they do news, they do interviews, they do a lot of things, remote sessions, and it's just two guys, Kenny Coleman, Ryan Cecil. I always want to say Cecil Ryan, and they got together because their wives were friends. They got together and they found that they both liked bourbon, and they were going. One of the gentlemen, Ryan, has a lawn care business, so he wanted to actually do a podcast about lawn care or that type of gardening stuff. And Kenny, who's more of an IT guy, said, well, I don't really have a connection, but since we have a connection with bourbon, let's do that. So they did a bourbon podcast, and that's how we got to know them and follow them. And you start rooting for the little guy. When Dawn and I have always rooted for the little craft distilleries and stuff. Well, what they had done was they had their podcast, and they got their following up to the levels where they said, well, let's go do a barrel pick, and then we will bottle that barrel and we'll sell it to our members. And that's what they did, and that grew and grew and grew. And then the company that they were buying the bottles from said, you're getting to the point where, you either have to make this a legitimate business entity or stop. So they did. They created a company called Pursuit Spirits. And what they started doing is again, blending. So instead of picking just a barrel and bottling it, they would go in and purchase several barrels from different companies, different distilleries. Then Ryan would blend them, and then they would bottle that. And then they would sell that to their group. And then, again, more people, said, hey, we want some too. And it grew and grew and grew. And so now, I don't know how many their bottles or cases they're up to, but you can actually go, and when they do bottle, you can actually go on site and work for a day or two and do the entire bottling run. From filling the bottle to putting the cork in to putting the label on to putting it in the box. And yes, I will be doing that again for the second or third time, fourth time soon on Halloween Eve.
Yeah, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good. It's still as good as when I remember it. When we did the whole shebang, and we were going, taking our sips of it, none of us told each other what we had till we got to the very end. It's like, I want this one, I want this one, and I want this one. Dawn and I both pointed to this. Dawn and I are not huge rye fans. We like rye. We respect rye, but it's not our go-to. And both of us pointed to this, and this one over here just goes, what?
A rye? Are you even related to me?
In fairness, we both also did a double take. We were just like, oh, I guess we're going with this today. That's why we do this as a blind thing, so you're not biased or anything like that. But it's, I'm impressed that you still have this bottle because mine is empty.
Well, I have a bunch of.
You have a few.
There's a couple of
You
others.
do have a few, but the thing that always gets me about this one is the first time I sip on it, I always think of caramel, like the little caramel squares.
Yeah.
Like you open them up.
The craft caramels?
Yes, because it hits you right away with that little bit of sweetness.
Yep.
But it doesn't linger. Like you just get it right then and there, and then the heat comes and kind of just mellows it out. Rather than like some of the other ones where you'll have caramel and it'll just be smooth finish the whole way. This one is just like really hard, really fast, and then the heat kind of comes right behind it. Because even right now, having just had a few sips of it, like my lips are still just a little bit like, okay, I need some water right now. It hits after a while, yeah. But it is still really dang good.
Yeah, this is definitely one that has a lot of different flavor peaks, as I like to say, or waves is a better way to say it. The first sip gives you this profile. Second sip gives you a different wave of profiles. And the third sip, again, it's a different journey every time you sip it.
It is.
And it's again because your palate's getting more acclimated to the proof. And then once it gets acclimated, now you're picking up different flavor notes. And again, the more you sit and it aerates, you're getting more notes. So it really is, and that's again one of the things they do. And I'm not quite sure the rye profiles, but I know on the bourbon profiles they'll blend like 4 different barrels from 4 different distilleries. So you're getting so many different notes and characteristics because they're different distilleries. So. And they just marry. Ryan does a really good job at selecting the right blending points and or ratios, and then the age.
Yeah.
So they'll blend and then they'll age it in a UPS trailer.
True. This is 100% true. They do.
The first time we pulled up, I'm going, why are Don? There's a story. We've told you this before, but the first time we pulled up, it's like, why are we going to a UPS distribution center?
Yep.
Because there was just semi-truck of said UPS on it.
This is 100% true. So when we were in the car, again, probably belaboring this point, but we're in the car, we're going there, and Dawn pulls into it. I have no idea what I'm expecting. Because again,
Dawn didn't tell us where she was taking us that day.
so we pull into the parking lot, and my first thought is, are we turning around to go somewhere else? Did we miss a turn or something like that? And then this one goes, wait a minute. Then the shoe dropped.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's where we're going.
So not only did she take us to the place for the whole shebang tasting,
Yep.
but she also took me to the place that I was going to do the bottling the next day.
Yeah. It was a preview. Call it what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great one. Pursuit, and this is actually, this is the old bottle where it's just the label. The new one, Mike probably can pull.
There's the new.
Yeah.
Well, this is the bourbon, but the new bottle design. Yeah. I don't know if we have a new rye of that.
There probably is. You have enough of them.
It's a double oak rye.
Well, we do. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So
back there somewhere.
I am partial to the original bottle just because fond fuzzy memories of it. But I do have to admit this is a very handsome bottle. It's very nice.
I do like the embossment of the.
It's really nice. It's really nice.
And I like the fact that the label's centered now.
Okay, that's fair. But yes, very good. Very good.
I take it that one's not going in Infinity.
Finish that one.
I am finishing this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should we just call us the Pursuit United show from here on out?
We might as well because, and again, one of the nice things about and why we have so many bottles of Pursuit is because every release is different. It's a different blend. It's a different amalgamation. However,
amalgamation.
yeah.
Yep.
Of 4 different distilleries, or up to 4 different distilleries, depending on how Ryan blends it. So it's always every bottle is different. So we are members of the P Club. So kind of like a wine club. Every quarter they release at least 2 bottles that are released just to the members, and then you get to pick, and you can pick those 2. You can pick other ones that they have still available, and then they ship it to you. So that's where we got the Mizunara and the Cognac varieties.
Very nice.
I'm not sure. Hope you like the last 2.
Yeah. Moving on. Actually, did I pour the last one? Mm-hmm. All right, you get to pour
I
this
have no
one.
idea.
You get to pour this one.
Sure, why not?
You guys both been pouring your own.
For the most
then
part.
pour your own, damn it.
I get lost. They've been drinking too much already.
All right, so this one is Lincoln Pinch bourbon, Kentucky straight bourbon, whiskey. This one's 4 years old. This one is a Liquor Barn Special Reserve barrel pick.
Okay.
This one we opened up for the first time in March of 2023. And this one comes in at 118.5 proof. This is bottle number 17 out of 208. So out of that barrel, they got 208 bottles, and this is the 17th of it.
And I picked it out purely because there's 2 dueling pistols on the front of it.
Yes.
That's the entire thought process with this. Like I said, we went on vibes tonight, everybody.
So the way I got introduced to this is I went to one of our local liquor stores that I patronize. And I walked in and said, "Hey, what's new?" And I know what days the truck comes. So all the boxes are there. And he says, well, he looks around and says, well, that box is new. And it hadn't been opened yet. So I said, well, what is it? So he opened it up and pulled that out and another different color label. He said, Lincoln Pitch. So I said, I'll take them both. So we only had 6 bottles of each, so there were only 2 boxes. So I got both of those. They were like $70 at that point, I think. And I liked them immediately. Both were very good. So we did at the most recent KBF, the Kentucky Bourbon Fest. They were there and they had their KBF pick. So we actually got another bottle, another red label, and it was their pick for the festival. And I don't know if we've opened that one yet or not, but I did try it there, and it was good enough. I mean, not good enough. It was really good. So I bought a bottle there, had him sign it. But so, Dueling Grounds.
I have no idea what that smell is, but it is like nothing I've ever smelled before.
Yeah, it's different than the ones we've tried so far.
Yeah.
Kind of leathery, but also brown sugary. So I'm not picking up any tobacco. I'm not picking up any creme brulee. No caramel notes.
So
Just a little bit of fruitiness, maybe.
So I don't get the fruitiness. I do get sweet.
Yeah, it's definitely sweet.
That one I get in abundance. Beyond that, that's all I got. I will say I like the color of this though. Color is really nice.
Yeah, for the amount of pour that we poured, but it's got a nice. I mean, it's darker than honey.
Yeah. And I'm not. Maybe it's because the label on it is red, but it's almost got a reddish hue more to it.
Yeah.
Again, that might be me purely looking off the label.
Yeah. Now this particular one, I'm getting a little bit of that grassy note, but then it quickly goes into sweetness. But you definitely taste the proof. I mean, it's that proof is stays with you for a long time. It's lingering there. I'm not getting that Kentucky hug, but it's definitely in there.
Yeah, it's not quite to Kentucky hug standards, but it definitely your tongue is warm and tingly now on the back end of it. I do say. Okay,
Now that I've tasted it and now I'm smelling it for the second time, now I'm picking up definitely different things, different notes. I'm getting. Now I'm picking up brown sugar. Yeah, kind of a pastry. Yeah, it's definitely different than the first time.
Yeah.
And I'll get that one. I'll smell something. I'll get those notes. I'll taste it, and I go back and smell it. I will tend to get different notes, and more pronounced notes. I don't know if it's because my palate is now more acclimated to that, is more warmed up. Maybe my nose is starting to get more. What? The peanut gallery is talking again.
I said she did.
Not you, the other peanut gallery.
Peanut gallery.
What are the Muppet characters? Waldorf and Statler or something like that?
Yeah.
I think that's their names.
Grumpy old men?
Yeah, the grumpy old men.
Oh, we're not grumpy old men.
That's exactly what grumpy old men would say. Now, isn't it?
I didn't even know they had names.
Waldorf, I know, is one of them. I don't know the other one for sure.
Look at these guys. You guys are out there drinking all those birds.
Alexa, in the Muppets, what are the names of the critics that are up in the balcony?
From Quora.com. The names of the grumpy old critics from the Muppets are Statler and Waldorf.
Thank you.
I was right.
So what are you getting on that second sip?
Honestly, it reminds me of almost like lemongrass.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what I get on it. But I will say the second time is hotter than the first.
Yeah.
For sure on that one.
It accumulates.
Is that a single barrel?
Yes.
I believe so, yeah.
The red labels are singles.
Okay.
I am still trying to figure out what the smell I'm getting is, because it is totally different. But yeah, go right ahead.
So this is a 4-year product that is a Char 3
Mind I say
53
rhubarb?
gallon.
Try rhubarb.
Rhubarb.
See, I don't eat rhubarb, so I don't know what that note is. Why anyone would eat red celery is beyond me.
Because it tastes great in a pie, that's why. Yeah,
With
okay.
strawberries.
Say I can see where you're going with that one.
But isn't the other part of rhubarb poisonous?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I avoid things that will kill me when I eat them.
Live a little.
I don't want to live that much on the edge.
Fair.
It is definitely different and among that mix of selection.
Oh yeah, it is 100% of the ones we've tried. That one stands out the most by a mile.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, it's unique. I'm not sure if this is something I would be reaching for on a regular basis, but I kind of like.
It's a change-up pitch.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a change-up pitch, but I do like it. I'm happy we pulled that.
And it's cool. It's so fun to say Lincoln Bench.
Lincoln Pinch.
And once again, I just really, really like the dueling pistols. It's just a cool design.
I must say that was the thing that when the owner of the liquor store pulled it out of the box and handed it to him and going, oh, muskets. And then Lincoln, I just, it's like, okay, you got me.
It's the uniqueness. I mean, like I said when I was pulling these out, it's like I have no idea the history of most of these, one notwithstanding, but I don't know anything about any of them. It's just, this is a cool looking bottle that's really minimal. Let's see what's in it. This has a boxing kangaroo. That's unique. Let's try that. I've been here. I probably should try this at some point in my life. Really cool bottle. Pistols. I am a simple man. If it is unique and interesting, I will probably take a look at it at least once.
Yeah.
But so far, so good.
All right, we're going to move on. So just read the first paragraph because, again, it's small print. My glasses aren't that strong vocal.
That is a nice way of Mike saying that he's old.
Yes.
So, Jerry's Batch Story. The third release of the Booker's Bourbon 2025 collection is Booker's Batch 2025-03, also known as Jerry's Batch. This batch is named after Jerry Dalton, the only master distiller we've ever had at Beam who isn't part of my family. but while he isn't beamed by blood, he might as well be. Jerry made one hell of an impact on our distilling process, and on me, and for that, I'll always be grateful.
Yeah. So, if you don't know Booker's yet, when they come out with a named release, they release it 4 times a year, every quarter. This one is their 2025-03. So guess what quarter it comes out?
Right?
And then they always have a distiller note card with the... So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different barrels that went into this. And they range from 7 years to...
He rolls eyes again.
to...
Long pause. 10 minutes later.
According to this, it's the batch. So everything together must have got aged 7 years, 4 months.
Okay.
I thought they were going... Again, I can't read the fine print. So anyway, Mitchell, you get to open this. And again, they dip their bottle in wax. Not drippy wax to compete with Maker's Mark. But you get to open that, and you have to figure out if it's a left or right-hand pull.
We're going to find out. It is
It's
a...
always up.
That way.
So right hand.
All right, there we go. It all sticks to my hand.
I remember the tape as a kid that had the string in it.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
And
So,
the string that falls off all the time and gets in everything.
yep.
All in the hands.
And once again, folks, the reason Mitchell picked this one is because they have a whole row of these, as you might be able to see behind us. And I have never had one of these in my life. And they said, go hog wild. And I said, well, no time like the present.
Yeah, Mitchell had carte blanche on anything in the speakeasy, including what is in the 2 do not even ask cases.
There you go.
Oh, and Dawn, the peanut gallery had to get their 2 cents.
I was hoping you wouldn't notice that, but
Now, fun trivia fact. If I were to ask you what is Dawn's favorite mixing alcohol with Coca-Cola, the answer would be Booker's. So,
what? Okay, let me ask 2 quick questions here. One, how did we find out that Booker's was her mixing drink of choice? I need an explanation, Dawn. Get over here. I understand that your bourbon, your whiskey should be enjoyed however you want it. I'm totally fine with that. But I need to know how this was even attempted in the first place.
tell everyone.
I don't really have a story. I just, like...
There's a story.
No, the story is, I went to Meijer one time, grabbed a box of Booker's, well, mainly because the box was cool.
Yes.
And it was
100%.
$74, and I just mixed it with, like, a Coke. Because, I think part of it was, when you mix bourbon and Coke, I used to drink Jim Beam bourbon.
Yep.
It was...
Yeah.
You couldn't taste any of the alcohol.
Correct.
So you wanted something, and I pulled a Booker's, and I kind of liked it with a Coke, so it holds up.
Oh yeah, it definitely holds up.
Yeah, and now I kind of wish the first time I ever, like, when I bought one of these and then threw away the bottle. I kept the box because the box is pretty cool.
Box is cool.
Yeah, and then I got the next one, and it was $74, which is still a lot of money back when we first started doing it.
Oh,
These
yeah.
aren't $74 anymore. Not even close. Well, they're not. Yeah, they're not double, but
They're 3 figures.
yeah,
Let's say that.
Yeah.
But we actually have a Booker's box that's actually a blonde box.
Yeah. It's not dark.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
just
It's
Pine
in a
color
box
wood.
somewhere for
Okay.
later. But yeah. So, but yeah, and I didn't even realize these were like
actually
quote,
Denise
unquote,
is probably sitting next to you.
Yeah, I didn't realize these were collectible until we went back, and I was like, I think the oldest one I have is a 2019 03.
Okay.
So that's probably not even the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Interesting.
yeah. But Booker's is fun, and especially now that we've met Fred No and Freddie No. Fred's dad is Booker No.
Yep.
And Freddie No, who makes Little Book, which is
those-
which is the black
That's the one over there.
Yeah, he has a little guy. His name is Booker.
Aw.
Yeah.
So cute. But anyway, I just love the
Booker
bottles.
the second, third.
Okay.
Again, the reason I picked this was it's cool and it's in a box.
And you said you have never tried a Booker, so I said let's try the one we just bought.
And I've never tried it.
Yeah, there you go. And these Bookers are usually high proof, like 124, 5-ish plus. I don't normally drink Bookers neat. It's usually almost always mixed.
I was going to say,
'Cause
when you said you can still taste it when you mix it with the Coke, it's like, then it's got to be high
Yeah,
proof.
it's like a Knob Creek 120, right?
Yeah, this one's 124.7.
There we go.
That's what I would assume given the story.
Thank you, honey. Now go over there and sit and shut up.
Wow.
Brave man.
I know, right? Because I walked away. Done with you. Out.
So definitely different than all of these.
The heat. The nose is really good, though.
Yeah.
It's perfumey. What nose is it?
Yeah, definitely getting a perfume note.
Yeah.
Potpourri.
Potpourri.
Like it's like
A little bit of cinnamon, a little
like
bit
a little
of.
musky, like a
little
men's
musk,
cologne
yeah.
with a women's cologne. So it's kind of a mix.
I was gonna say, I'm definitely getting floral.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a really pleasant nose, a unique nose. Definitely different than all of these. Not a typical bourbon, but it's you could put that behind your ears, and the girls would go crazy. At least the girls that are worth chasing.
There we go.
The bourbon yes,
The bourbon girls, yes. Say, again, with as high a proof that is, not a lot of burn.
Middle of the tongue.
Middle of the tongue, nothing on the back, which is
Yeah.
which I can live with. It's when it hits me on the back of the palate where it's like, oh, okay,
That burns.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's exactly right.
Yeah, it's got a nice mouthfeel, oily feel, and I think that oil carries the alcohol
I think it helps.
far enough down on the palate, and again, when it carries that liquid with it, it carries those notes with it, and you're tasting it in different parts of your palate, your tongue, your mouth, and I think that's what I've always found with something that's a bourbon that's. I thought I turned you off. Apparently not.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Usually when I taste something that's oily, I'm going to taste a lot of different notes as I swallow all the way down.
Sure.
So that finish is going to be long, but it's also that finish is going to be eventful. It's going to be here's one note, here's another note, here's a third note. So, and I always get that from the Booker series. It's thick. It's going to carry a lot of weight with it, and a lot of flavor. Some I like more than others, but it's always going to be a nice journey.
I don't know if you get this, but on the back end, now that I've finished it and it's had a chance to sit and settle, I'm almost getting like a little hint of like coffee almost.
Oh, I can see where you could get that.
Yeah. That's just like the first thing that comes to mind with it. I can't think of any other way to describe it other than it's not like a.
Yes.
You've had a sip of like Folgers and you've got that taste and smell, but there's just that little bit of like lingeringness of it.
Yeah. The aftertaste of a coffee stays and lingers there.
Yeah.
And again, because there's so many different, and I don't know if coffees per se have congeners, but there's so many different elements in coffee. There's, I don't know, like 200 or 300 different elements they say are in coffee. So all those things hit at different places at different times, at different temperature points.
It's
And
not congeners, by the way. It's the Dementors.
Dementors.
I was about to say Harry Potter. Anybody? Okay.
But again, that's what makes a coffee. That's what makes the coffee bean coffee so flavorful across different blends, across different not burning points, but what do they call that? Darknesses, roast levels. Same thing is with all of the bourbons. You get different flavors at different char levels, at different proof points, at different ages.
Yeah.
Do you think you drink this neat again, or it's pretty warm?
It's warm. Now, in fairness, I don't drink an awful lot neat. I realize this channel is chasing neat,
Yeah.
but I drink.
You'll learn.
I drink most of mine with on the rocks. Nice,
Yeah.
nice big
Okay, yep.
ball of ice. That's how I like to drink it. But neat, probably not. I understand now why you mix it, because that one would cut through the
Yeah.
sweetness of the Coke. I get that. I don't know. That's a good question.
I think also, if I was to drink Booker's neat, it usually is when we're trying other things. Because to just say, I'm going to take a dram of that during the nighttime or an evening or whatever, just to drag that, it's just too hot. Like this, your palate's warming up, so you can kind of put it in. And then
Yeah.
mix.
And I like the idea of ending with that, because
Yeah.
it does, to your point, Mike, that taste does linger a little bit
Yep.
longer than any of the other ones we've had here tonight, with maybe the exception of the
Lincoln Pinch.
Lincoln Pinch.
Yeah. Good selection.
So yeah, that,
Good job.
that going off of pure vibes and just the bottle
You
design.
did well.
I did pretty dang well. I'm
Yeah.
pretty happy with myself, honestly.
Do you have a favorite besides Bourbon Pursuit?
I was gonna say we're gonna leave this
Okay,
one
take that out of the
aside.
equation.
We're gonna leave this aside.
That's not in the voting.
I think if I had to take it, I would probably go with this guy. This was really, really good.
Yeah.
And I will say, this one, if I was going to pick one just to sip, this is probably the one.
Yeah. Make yours.
But
Yeah.
but yeah. Yeah. All in
So
all,
this is our bourbon journey tonight on this grouping. Totally picked at not necessarily random.
It was
but
random.
Just whatever came to Mitchell's attention and was within reach. So I'm glad we got to do this. I'm glad you
Yeah.
finally got to actually have a co-host
yeah,
segment.
for sure.
You've been on a couple of our videos on our tasting tours.
Yep.
And you've had your picture up in the corner a couple times.
Yep. I've been part of a couple groups
Yep.
and things like that, but like my own designated space alongside you on one of these videos is a brand new experience. So, thank you, Dawn, for letting me kick you out.
You're welcome.
Well, we will
Obviously, I
try to
didn't
make
take
you
the movie out.
we will try to make
True.
you a regular co-host. You just have to either come up, or again, you're going to leave with a bunch of different samples
Yes.
of whatever.
Yep.
And then we're going to be doing more remote sessions as soon as we test that out and get
Yeah.
it working. And then, if we can, we're going to bring in. There is one more nephew that we're going to bring in.
This is true.
So Brian,
Yeah.
Mitchell's brother, my other nephew, Don's favorite nephew because he went to Purdue.
Yeah.
Mitchell's my favorite nephew because he went to IU. We love them both. Anyway, so on that note, future telecast to be forthcoming.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, sir.
Anyway, that's us. Out for now. We subscribe, like, share, comment below what you think of all of these things, what you think of our new co-host, and
Why I should kick Dawn out and be the permanent co-host.
Yes,
The video's not shorter, by the way.
it's kind of like
No.
kind of thinking of this. It's like Chad and Chad.
2 Mitchells, 1 channel.
Two Mitchells, one channel.
That's true. That's true.
I love it.
I like this idea.
All right. On that note, chasing meat out. Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Cut.
Take 2. Put that on the bloopers.
Yep.
Already?
Already.
Yeah.